one of the reasons why I was so excited when Pat decided to run, because he's in politics for the reasons that we're into politics, and that is because he wants to help people, he wants to help solve the problems.
Pat Herrity is a leader. You all know that. And Pat Herrity gets things done. I know for all of us who've been out there running, Pat Herrity is the person you sit down and talk with and learn everything about Fairfax County that you need to know. And you never can go wrong. You can take it to the bank, what he's telling you. Pat is working on our roads every day and comes up with great business-oriented solutions, working on congestion relief with all of us as state delegates. He worked for years. He always had all of these great ideas that we were able to implement. And he understands leadership on our schools. Back in 2009, when they were trying to build that $120 million extra administrative building, Pat was leading the charge against that, saying, we don't need to put more money in school administration, we need to put more money in the classroom. And he was the lone voice initially. And then, but he did what leaders do. He was out there and he was the lone voice, and he made a majority. And he was able to stop that and keep the resources in our schools. And then when our areas in Drainsville and Springfield were the only areas left that didn't have all-day kindergarten, and they kept telling us they had to raise our taxes or they needed all this more money, Pat did the hard work on it and found out it wasn't going to cost what the school said it was going to cost. And he worked with us, all of us in the state and on the local level, and got all-day kindergarten for all of Fairfax County. So thank you.
And again, so now the quality of your life, you have a Fairfax County road that's paved, you've got streets that are not clogged with signs. No one's putting this stuff in a brochure because it's too boring. But what it does show you is that here's a guy who really cares about the community.
So I am thrilled to be here as Pat's announcing his re-election.
Ladies and gentlemen, the guy from the neighborhood who cares about you and he cares about his community, and we are so lucky to have him represent us, Mr. Pat Herrity.
I got a couple of people that I really need to thank, and I want to start with all you. The crowd's overwhelming, so thank you all for being here. It's your support is what lets me, one of the things that lets me do what I do. And with that, talking about people that make it possible for me to do what I do, it really couldn't do this without the support of my wife, Nancy. So I ran a lot of time. It makes it a little easier now that we're working at the same place on my other full-time, part-time job. But so I get to see her more than I used to, which is a really good thing. And my daughter Valeria. So thank you. My son's in school. He graduates in May, so he's down doing what he needs to be doing and studying. And of course, I am where I am also because of my mom, who I learned an awful lot from. When I go door to door in West Springfield, I thought my dad was pretty popular, but I hear more as much about my mom. So thank you, Mom. I've got only one of my brothers and sisters that could make it. It's my sister Mary Beth tonight. So thank you for coming. We've been able to accomplish a lot of things together. Dave mentioned a few. It's the simple stuff, opening the ramps at Stringfellow and Monument, the work against Lyme disease. But we're facing some very difficult fiscal and economic challenges in Fairfax County. We've got record commercial office vacancy rates. We need to fix our zoning and permitting process and elect people that know how to create jobs. Taxes have increased 14.5% in the last 3 years. We need leaders that will make the hard decisions, not just take the easy route, raise their own salary, and raise taxes. We need to keep our schools strong. That starts by putting resources in the classroom, not on the administrators, and we can start with eliminating the administrators who are right now talking about eliminating our grading system. They're going to get rid of the A's to F's and go with you get a trophy if you show up. So we need to focus the resources in the classroom on the teachers and on the students and not on administrators. That's why we need to elect Republicans to the board. We want a responsible and accountable government. And there's been too many examples recently of where we haven't had a transparent, responsible government. That's why I'm announcing today that I'm going to be running for re-election in the Springfield District Supervisor.
So thank you all for being here and supporting a great leader in Pat Herrity. It is such a privilege to be with Pat and his entire family. This is a great fighting Irish family, and it is always a privilege to stand with you. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless the great Republicans in Fairfax County. Thank you.
For 5 short seconds, let's remember Charlie Mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It is such a pleasure to be with you today. I know when we're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, we're all Irish on St. Patrick's Day, but I'm very happy to be Irish year-round with my friend Pat Herrity and Ed Gillespie. I do have my parents here tonight too, Sally Maloney Burns and John Burns. So we are 100% Irish, so it's great to be with you.
Kathy and I are just so glad to be back with everyone, and wish everyone a very happy St. Patrick's Week. For an Irishman, it's a week-long event. So happy St. Patrick's Week. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, because you're going to help get this guy back in office in Fairfax County to help us have a better neighborhood and a better community. Thank you very much.